what's up, y'all? I am your girl Candy, and I'm about to speak on it.
I had already heard.
I can turn a shade tree into a money tree. Yeah, so let's get to it. Well, I thought this was a pretty good episode, did you? Well, first of all, let's start off with the nice stuff. Okay, let me just tell y'all something funny. So when going to Eva's baby shower, which she had a really fun, nice baby shower, by the way. When they said it was gonna be a flower child baby shower, I thought they were talking about like the free spirit, the 60s, and what do they call that era? You know, like the hippie. I thought it was more like hippie chic. I didn't know that they meant literally wear flowers to the baby shower. And I must have been the only one who did not know, because when I got there, which I was late, of course, don't even start.
Hello. Candy's in the house. What's up, y'all? Bedroom Candy, dog.
But I was late, and when I tell y'all that place was a freaking hour drive from my house, okay, let me just say that. They live far. Anyway, I just wore like some like jeans with some sandals that, you know, tied up to your calves, you know what I'm saying? And I had like the little straight hair with the headband. You know, I'm thinking I'm dressing like 60s, 70s, hippie, whatever they call the era. And I get there, everybody had big flowers all on top of their head and on their dresses.
Is Natasha in the picture? She's the owner of the house. Now we're good.
And I was like, how come I didn't know that I was supposed to wear a flower dress? I missed it. So that was my little behind the scenes moment for y'all. Everything was cool. It was funny how everybody had to play the games and stuff. And Shamia, no, she cheated when she bit that hole in that nipple, but she, you know, they let her win anyway. It was cool. Everybody was just really, really good. At the end of the shower, I asked Tanya and Kenya to have a seat so that we could, you know, have a little conversation to see if it was going to be at all possible to get Tanya to come to Kenya's event. Basically, you know, see if she would allow, or not allow, but ask her husband to come too.
I know it was a lot that has happened, but Mark's just saying that he really would love for everybody to be able to make it to the fundraiser.
Don't get me wrong, I knew it was a big ask.
I think, in truth, I will run it by Paul, but I feel like it's probably unlikely that he'll attend.
And I'm gonna be for real with y'all. Somebody told me to ask them that, because I mean, to be honest with you, if I was Tanya, I wouldn't have brought my damn husband either. But in the fact of we're all working together here to try to move on from things and, you know, come together to make a show, you know what I'm saying? Just like I've been told in the past that I can't hold on to things forever for things that I've been pissed with people about. You know, I was trying to see if there was a way to get Tanya to kind of like let go and let God, child, and try to move forward. And it was so funny because when I watched it, I look back at the episode, I even looked stupid sitting there trying to ask them these questions, because I was sitting there looking at them like, I don't know why was I looking like that? I was like, what? I asked Tanya, you know, if, you know, maybe she could, you know, try to move forward and come to the event, because I mean, now what I was for real about was that Mark really did want to have a positive relationship with everybody coming into the group. You know, nobody really had a chance to get to know him yet, except for me for the most part, and I think maybe Cynthia. And so I really wanted his first event in Atlanta to be a good one. I wanted everybody to be able to come support him and stuff like that. And I was hoping that the drama that had been happening between the women would not necessarily have to affect what Mark was trying to do with the Black Man's Lab Foundation. So that's why I was trying to do my part to try to see if we can get everybody to participate. I was not successful. Tanya at least said that she would come, but she definitely did not want to bring Paul, which was fine. You know, I got it. I understood. The whole Kenya being true to who she is a gift and a curse. because she don't even know how to let up when she needs to for charity. There's a time and a place for everything. You can't, you know, invite these people. Well, even though she didn't necessarily want to invite them, but her husband wanted to invite them. You can't invite these people to your husband's event and not be very pleasant to them all. Tanya is like either way at this point, because I feel like, honestly, in the beginning, she used to really like Tanya. And I know that sounds crazy to y'all, especially now she done brought the cookie lady on the show. In the beginning, she really liked Tanya. And I think when Tanya had brought that wig to the event, that's when she decided, oh, okay, I'm finna let this happen. I hate that happened, because they were really kicking it off pretty cool to me in the beginning. The sucky part about it is she's never gonna get an apology from Kenya about the cookie lady. Never, no way, no how. That's how Kenya is. She don't feel bad about it. She don't regret it, because in her mind, she's saying, well, that lady did this to me. She brought my wig and thought she was shading me, so I shaded the hell out of her. And it is what it is. She better take it, because she made me take it, so she got to take it. That's how she feels, and she's serious about it. And it don't matter who tell her that she wrong. That's how she feels. Now, she has apologized about calling, and I don't understand this whole, why everybody be so up in a roar about the word hunt with the C. I'm gonna be honest with y'all, and I know that ain't about this episode, but let me go back to the episode again. Black women don't really use that word, do you? I don't really like when me and people have words with each other and we go off on each other. We don't ever really call each other. Yeah, they made that word seem like it's the dirtiest word you could ever call somebody. But to me, that word doesn't really stand out to me, because the black people I hang out with, we don't really say that word. To me, I always looked at it as a word that other races use a lot. When people I know get in your, it's like, what the fuck you think you talking to? You know, they ain't no. Like, people look at me stupid in my little circle if I was like that. They would look at me like I was crazy. Well, bleep it if you must. Hunt with a C. Overall, I felt like the baby shower was really good. Cynthia did a great job putting it together. Everybody looked good. It was hot as hell that day, just to FYI. I was sweating so bad I can't even tell you. Like, I was like, ooh, child. I was so glad when we went inside to play that little game with the tissue and the doggone the juice bottles. I was like, ooh, thank you, Lord, for some AC. The shower itself was really fun. It wasn't over the top. Like, it was really just a nice baby shower, you know. Everybody came, participated, had fun. Wasn't any arguing. It was just a good time. So check this out, everybody. So there was a scene where you guys saw me doing one of my audition tapes.
This loan in exchange for...
Yes?
In exchange for your daughter.
What? All right, you pull out a character, though.
What did I do? What am I doing?
I'll sign it. Give me your daughter.
So...
Did I do that?
Basically, the role that I had auditioned for originally for The Chi was for a part of this person. Well, the character is called Dre, which is going to be a new character introduced on The Chi this season. Anyway, originally I had auditioned for that part. It was for the role of a woman who was described as a soft stud female.
So, female, African-American, Dre. She's no-nonsense, soft stud, born and raised on the South Side. I mean, that ain't gonna be hard.
And so I was supposed to, you know, not really have no lashes, no nails, no none of that. And, you know, I took my weave out, slicked my hair back in the ponytail, and just put on just like a little jacket, whatever. I was just trying to be what was described for the audition. The audition was actually extremely good. I got the part. And this is the part that you may not, I don't think that you're gonna find out from Housewives, but at the time that they needed me to start, it was conflicting with the time that I was taking with Housewives, because we had yet to go on our trip to Greece and different things that was planned. So I almost did not get to do The Chi because of scheduling conflicts. And I was devastated, okay? Because that actually would have been like the third time that I've had a major role or opportunity that I had gotten that I could not do because of scheduling conflicts or whatever. So there are a couple of things that you guys do not know about. I know people be thinking like everything just falls in place for me a lot of times, and it doesn't always work that way. I be having my own emotional breakdowns that you guys never get to hear about. But this one, it has a happy ending because although I did not get to do the part of Dre, there was another recurring role that I did end up getting, which they've already shown, you know, the preview for the show, so you know that I'm on it. So it's okay for me to say this. I end up getting the part of Rosalind on The Chi, which will be airing this summer, and I'm super excited because Rosalind is a bad bitch. I can't wait for y'all to see her. But yeah, so the part that I auditioned for, that you saw me doing the soft stud audition, I did not end up doing that one, but I ended up getting a role on The Chi, and it's so The Chi is, the new season of The Chi is going to be coming in July of this year. I'm super excited about it. I want y'all to watch it. You get to see the part that I actually got, and you get to see the girl who ended up playing the role that I had originally auditioned for. She's really good. So you get to see that role too. So you can be like, I can't believe Kandi was supposed to do that. So you gotta watch. You gotta watch. Because the show is good itself, and then you get to watch because you know some of the other behind the scenes things that you were like, oh damn, Kandi was supposed to do this or whatever, which you would be really shocked by because Dre does some things in the show that you'd be like, wait, Kandi was gonna do that. The show is gonna be super good this year, so make sure you watch that. So those were the good things about the show. The nice, the fun, the sweet. Now let's go on to the drama. All right, you know, it really makes me sad that Kenya and Mark are having so many problems. Like, to me, I feel like the only thing we get to see this season are negative things. And I even saw where, you know, Nene made the comments about
The few times that I've seen Kenya and Mark together, I've never seen them lovey-dovey. It's always like he's standing over here and she's standing over. It's almost like it's an agreement.
Feels like an arrangement to her or whatever, but I have had the opportunity to see them in love and have seen them happy together. You know, this honestly, it was during the times that they weren't on the show together, you know. I have seen them in good times, and so I hate that that's all we see now is the negative and them bumping heads and all of that stuff, because I mean, they did have real love in their relationship, and hopefully they can get back to that. That's all I can say. But as far as what we see on this show, Lord have mercy. Okay, let's address one of the comments that one of you guys put under my Instagram. I want to address that right quick. Can you tell me who it was from? I did say I was going to give a couple of y'all some shout outs, so let me go on and give that and then answer these questions. All right, so Experience B Chanel, you asked me if I felt like Nene was being genuine about wanting to move forward with Kenya. With that being said, I definitely would say yes. The reason why I feel that way is because when Nene, you know, when we was coming back into this season, Nene, obviously, you know, she had a lot of relationships she needed to mend. But Kenya was actually one of the first people that she was saying that she wanted to sit down with and talk to. She sat down with me, as you know, as it was like one of her first scenes coming back into this season. But she even told me then that she wanted to meet up with Kenya and talk to Kenya, whatever. I don't know if Kenya thought that it was genuine. I don't know why. I don't know if Kenya just felt like, oh, it was just for the purpose of the show, or, you know, or she thought, I don't know what Kenya thought. She didn't feel that it was genuine. But I personally felt like, okay, Nene is tired of the drama between them, that she wanted to kind of try to see if they can, you know, mend whatever their situation was. I understand, you know, Kenya, you know, we all feel like, everybody feels like people sometimes make up with certain people on the show for the purpose of alliances, or the purpose of, oh, if that's what the fans would want, or for the purposes of, oh yeah, this will be a good for me to connect with this person on the show, because then, you know, if we don't get along with that person, then, you know, we strong together, or however they may feel. It is a lot of that happens in this group. So I think Kenya probably was thinking it was more of that than Nene just really genuinely wanted to have a connection or a friendship again. But I personally feel like Nene was tired of the drama between the two of them, and I think that she did try to make some steps to fix the drama. Now, what I will say is, obviously, when that did not work out, it was no happy medium. It wasn't like, okay, well, she don't want us to be cool again, so okay, cool. It just is like, okay, well, we ain't got to be cool again, so we at all out war. I don't understand why it has to go so far between the two of them all the time. But it does, you know, and maybe they can hopefully eventually figure out some type of happy medium where they don't necessarily have to be the best of friends, but they don't have to necessarily be calling each other and trying to fight and all of that. Hopefully they'll get to the happy medium soon.
Booger Wooger Sugar sent the question about the seating chart.
Booger Wooger Sugar? That's the name of the Instagram name?
Booger Wooger Sugar.
Booger Wooger Sugar. That is funny. Okay, well, your Instagram name is Booger Wooger Sugar. Okay, Booger Wooger Sugar. Booger Wooger Sugar wants to know, like, okay, do I feel like the manufactured seating chart between Kenya and Marlo seemed like drama that what about it?
Was it juvenile?
Was it juvenile? Okay. What I would say about that, and when I watched it, I was like, wow, okay. Honestly, I felt like that whole situation was totally a misunderstanding between the two of them. Okay, when I was late. Okay. So I was late walking in, and all I remember is when I came in, Marlo was walking out, and I was like, well, what happened?
No, because I got to sit at a whole nother table, not with everybody. See y'all later.
So when I came in and sat down and I was sitting by Kenya was like, you know, oh, Marlo over here acting all ghetto and crazy and da-da-da-da-da. And she's just upset because she's not sitting at the same table with Nene and them. And I was just trying to figure out, I was like, well, she was saying like you didn't have a chair for her at all or something. And she's like, she was, you know, she told me that her table was right there. This is why I feel like it was a misunderstanding. When I watched it on the show and Marlo asked Kenya where her seat was, and Kenya was just like, oh, you over there, what you know, over there. And she just flung her hand back. It seemed like Marlo took that as to say Kenya just threw her to the back of the room. But in actuality, in real life, Nene and who else was at that table? Eva and Portia and all them were at the very front middle table. The table directly behind them, like where the seats is like right back to back, is the table that Marlo was sitting at. So it wasn't like she was far to the back of the room, like she was literally right behind them. But I think that Kenya didn't really explain that well to her when she just flung her hand to the back. So everybody could not fit at one table at that time. Kenya basically was saying like she did not even know that Marlo was bringing her two boys. She just thought, you know, Marlo was coming, so she was like, when, you know, she realized that it had to be more than one seat. That is why Marlo had to end up in the table right behind them. I just felt like she could have explained that better to Marlo, and instead of kind of like fanning her hand to the left, because that kind of, I personally think that maybe Marlo just assumed that she was thrown to the back because it was just kind of like a blow off. Like that totally was a big misunderstanding between the two of them for lack of communication. And now, I mean, I'm sure y'all, once again, which I'm about to address the rest of y'all with y'all comments. I don't know, it's not like one person, but it's a gang of y'all that be saying that I'm just taking up for Kenya. Let me just say this. Kenya does not need anybody to take up for her. For one, she is clearly capable of speaking up for herself and standing up for herself. And the other thing, she don't really give a damn what nobody think anyway. So she don't care if y'all go in on her all day. Therefore, she does not need me to take up for her. I'm not taking up for her. And whenever I see something or whatever, I clearly have told her off. With the Cynthia situation, when I felt like she was messed up or whatever, the proposal or whatever, you clearly saw that I called her out and I was pissed off with her about it, and I said something to her.
They're basically scenes that you're not even in. They're expecting you to call your friend out. So they want to see something on TV, then the next day you're like at lunch with her and you're supposed to call her out on something,
Right.
but you're not even part of this situation.
Right. To Jamie, who's off camera, and to her point, I feel like a lot of y'all is like, for some reason, y'all like, and we'll say specifically the cookie lady scene. I saw so many of y'all trying to get mad at me for Kenya and what she did, and I wasn't even there. Like, I was nowhere around that whole scene. I wasn't a part of the scene. I was not there for the scene. For some reason, you guys have decided that y'all want to get mad at me and make me responsible for what happened at that scene. And I don't even understand how you feel that way. It's like, that ain't got nothing to do with me. I know somebody else on the comments or whatever, I guess I had talked about it on Speak On It, and some of y'all, I saw on one of the blog posters, like, because I said, well, I don't really have an opinion either way, even though y'all did not even go look at the Speak On It to see that I said I love the way Tanya handled herself and all that. Y'all just said so because I said, well, I don't really have an opinion on that. Y'all just want to go, oh, she taking up Kenya. Well, guess what? At the time, I was still getting to know Tanya at that time, and I didn't have an opinion. It's just like one person go in on this person and the other person went harder. That's how I look at it. I don't remember, y'all, what season was that when damn Cynthia brought that girl to the luncheon to tell me how Todd liked to swerve and all that. Y'all didn't think nobody needed to take up for me. I took up for my own damn self. And so that's the same way I feel like anybody else on this show gonna have to. So that's why I'm like, y'all gotta stop trying to make me responsible for other people on the show. Unless I'm there and I'm in the scene and I did something that made you feel a way or whatever, that's fine. But for scenes that I'm not even there for, stop, okay? Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I'm over it. I'm tired. I'm done, okay? I'm done with you guys trying to get mad at me because y'all mad at Kenya. Because at the end of the day, I still feel that Kenya is great for this show. The reason why I feel that Kenya is great for this show is because she does over the top things. It's because that's her personality. That's who she is. And it's crazy and wild, but it's still entertaining. Yeah, I still feel the same way. I still feel like she's good for the show. I don't care if you don't like it. That's just the way I feel. And as far as somebody asked me recently, oh, it was Marlo asked me recently. She was like, when did you and Kenya become such good friends? And I was like, well, Kenya and I ain't never really had no real beef. But when she first came around, you know, we was cool or whatever. But then, you know, obviously she started having that real serious beef with her and Phaedra. And at that time, me and Phaedra were good friends. And so I just kind of like, I wasn't mean to Kenya. I just was not opening myself up to be super tight with her at that time. You get what I'm saying? The only time we had like a back and forth was that one time when, you know, we was late going to the winery and she called herself trying to tell us what to do, and I kind of snapped on her on the bus. But other than that, she and I have never had like a argument or anything. Outside of the show, she and I, we communicate, you know, we've hung out as far as just like on some chill stuff, not about the show, just like what I said about like with her bringing Mark around to meet my husband and us hanging out, having fun together on that way. You know, her journey of trying to get her child and all. I felt for her, you know, through that situation. We became tighter over the years. And the other thing that I can kind of respect with Kenya is it is what it is with her. You know, you don't have to guess, because you know if she don't like you, you know. It's no fake and phony with her at all. You can even, I mean, clearly you can see that with what's going on the show now. Even when people are trying to be nice to her, even though you be hoping that she'd be nice to the person. I mean, we all hope that she at some point will be nice to the person, whoever it is trying to be nice to her. But if she don't like him, she don't back down. It is what it is. And I respect that, because there's too many people around that you don't know where they're coming from. I know she gonna take it to the 10th power. You know what I mean? I know that from her. But when you know what you're getting with somebody, you know how to handle them and you know how to treat, you know what I'm saying? So that's just how I feel about it. And on top of that, Kenya cares about this show. she, you know, really cares what happens to the show. So those are just a few of the reasons why I like her. Now, are there things that I don't like about what she does? Of course. Do I think that she takes things too far sometimes? Of course. Who doesn't? Do I hold her accountable? Do I tell her what I think? Of course. I always tell her what I think. So I'm not sure why you guys seem to think that I don't. Because I do. Let me get to Kenya and Mark. Mark did not acknowledge Kenya throughout the event.
Hey, so you had Jason outside for an hour and a half?
He's a security.
I'm just a little confused as to why anything else is being mentioned except for, wow, baby, you look beautiful.
He didn't say, you know, I want to thank my wife for her help with this, da-da-da-da. Those things really hurt Kenya that night, as it would any wife who was trying to be there to support their man and felt like they weren't appreciated. That night was very agitated as the night went on because the event went over super late because, you know, obviously the event space charges when you go later. And I think he also was pissed with the fact that the cameras were still going and production, and it was very intense. So, I mean, with that being said, I mean, I understand his frustration because, you know, obviously I've had events where production just take over your event and they're not even paying for it, you know, and they, you know, making it drag on longer for the sake of their TV show, but they're not paying for your event. So I think that obviously pissed him off because he hasn't dealt with them as much as the rest of us have. You know, he was seeming very not so nice to Kenya as far as like he didn't compliment her when she got there. Even earlier in the show when he was just like basically making it seem like he told her what to get him and she knew what she was supposed to get and blah 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 blah. He wasn't like seeming very appreciative of that, of what she had done as far as getting his outfit and stuff. All those things, I think it's just been adding up over time. With that being said, I don't want to tell everything that she said, but I'll just say that things between them just got to a boiling point that night. And unfortunately, that was the last night that they were together before their separation. Which super sucked, because I really wanted her and Mark to last. They have such a beautiful family, such a beautiful little girl. And it just really sucked because we all know that Kenya been wanting this marriage and happy family and all that forever. So to see that basically we saw the end on camera. I don't want to say the end, but let's say the end for now. You know, with prayer and counseling, honey, things may turn around. Need a little help. No. Lord be with him. Give him some help. Let him see the error of his ways. Come on, Jesus. But now, that is what you saw on this episode was the ending. Whew, child. Pray for him, y'all. We are headed to Greece, child. And it's gonna get crazy in Greece. Crazy. Well, as I was saying to you in my little commercial on Instagram, I am on vacation and I'm about to go hit the pool. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe, comment, share. Oh, we gotta count this music. Okay, all right, y'all. Thanks for watching. Speak on it. I had already heard. I can turn a shade tree into a money tree.